Good morning, guys. It is Zach Plochet, and until yesterday, I was using Python Poetry in order to manage all of my dependencies across my Python projects. And that was until I started using UV, which a lot of people commented on my recent poetry video and how I start every Python project video to start using. Because it is a lot faster in terms of actually installing things, and it's easier to set up on whatever machine. So with that said, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use it and how to make a shareable project and all of that fun stuff. With that said, let's get started. So first, we're going to actually go to their documentation. To get here, you can just type UV docs in Google or your favorite search engine, and you should see the docs here. So how to install it? Basically, on whatever system you're using, like Mac OS or Linux, you can use curl. On Windows, you need to use PowerShell and then run this command. And I did that on my system, and what happened is it worked instantaneously and very fast. So type UV, you get all of this stuff, and as you can see, just by typing it, there's like no extra time it takes to actually do that. So basically, you just go to PowerShell, you run that command, and it works. So it's literally just as simple as that. And now I already do have it on my system, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. There's two ways of putting it into your project. So I'm currently in my, well, that's PowerShell. Let me go back to CMD because that's what I'm more comfortable with. You can go here and then just say, go to your desktop, for example, and then just say UV, new UV project, or sorry, UV init, new UV project, and that makes a new project there. Or you can do the following and then just make your directory. So I'm just gonna, you know what, let me just show you. So just make a new folder here. So new UV project 2, open this up with your favorite code editor, and then once that finally opens, give it a second, wrong window, bloop. So once that finally opens, you can just say UV init and then dot here, and it instantly does all of this without any sort of extra configuration. It creates the README, main.py, and all of that fun stuff. Now, once you have that already set up there, you can run the following commands, and we'll do the same test script that just goes to my homepage. It gets the H1 tag. So import requests from BS4, import beautiful soup URL. Well, we'll actually go here. Plochet.com. Get H1 tag text and print. Bloop, 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 all of that stuff. Nice. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then let's go ahead and add our dependencies. So you're going to see how fast this runs. We're going to say UV add, let's see, requests and BS4. And it's done. Okay, so that was literally instantaneous. I don't edit my videos right now, so that's happened in real time. And it's done. So now we should be able to just say UV run main.py. And it worked. So as you can see, that took pretty much no time at all. And we have a virtual environment here. If we say UV venv, yeah, so it already sees our environment that it made, and it does actually make it directly in your project instead of in some external directory, which can make it a little bit easier to find. Now, with that said, let's see if we can actually set our interpreter to that. So we're going to look here now. So if we look for the name, maybe. Yeah, so here's the thing. Venv, let's see if it works, if that's the right one. Because doesn't quite seem like that worked to me. Let's see. Okay, let's try to activate it, see what it says. New UV project 2. New UV Right, so that's one thing I'm actually not seeing yet. Um, so that will take some time to actually, I guess, I don't know if that's a bug or what, or maybe there's some way to sort of sort that out, but currently it's not there, which is a little bit not super fun to me. Um, and then next, so that's how you activate it, and then you can deactivate it. So you just activate it by copying the command, and that will be different depending on which system you're on, but on Windows, that is how you activate it. So, with that said, we're just going to clear this out, just go back to the default one, and that's the start. So, if you want to see your dependencies here, you can say UV tree, and that has these guys right here in a nice tree format, which is pretty cool. You can also, of course, see your dependencies inside of your, let's see, pyproject.toml file here. Yep, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if there's a package mode in this. I assume so. Let's find out. So, let's actually make a Python package. So I'm going to make the say hi thing that I made in the poetry video. Let's try this. So from define speak or we'll just call this one hi. And then I'll also define, well, you know what, one step at a time. So from dot hi import hi. So now we have this package. If I say from say hi or import say hi and then say hi dot hi, that should just say hi. Let's see. Right. Now, if we try this in another project, so let's quickly create a repository for this, which I think it does by default. Right. Yeah, so if you init with UV, it does automatically make a Git repository in your project, which I kind of wish that was optional, but, you know, it is slightly convenient, so that's good. Git status, git commit -m, initial commit, spelled that wrong, but whatever. And then we're going to say gh repo create uv say hi, and then -s -r origin --public --push. And now we have a project online. So with that said, let's make another sort of receiver UV project. So UV receiver. Open that up with cursor. Go here, do a little bit of this. We're going to say UV init here. And then we're going to try to install that other project. So this actually I haven't tested yet, so we'll find out if it works. So we're going to take this, go back here, then say UV add git plus, all that stuff. Let's see if it works. All right, so that seemed to have worked there. So it has all of the dependencies, even though we're not technically using all of them, but it did include them. So let's see if we can actually run this. So import say hi dot say hi, or I think it's just hi. Right, so yeah, this thing is kind of bugging me, so I'll have to figure out a solution for that. And then, so say hi, or main.py here, no module. Oh wait, uv run main.py. Right, so once you go in the virtual environment, then it actually works. Nice, yeah, so that's pretty much all we were looking for there. So yeah, in order to run stuff, you need to say uv run main.py, or actually just go into the environment. So ue or uv venv, do that, bloop. And now Well, that's a bit weird. Huh. UV sync? What? Pip freeze. And how do you activate it? Okay, something is a little weird here. What am I doing wrong? Init, add, remove, sync. I mean, like, I guess you can just keep it like that, but alright, so it's not super intuitive, just out of the box. Yeah, I mean, like, so far it seems like there's a few things that poetry still does a bit easier. It is a lot faster, I'll give it that, but it does seem like some things are still a bit easier. Uh, like, yeah, update the project's environment. Okay, UV sync, which I thought I did, but it's saying we did that. UV van. Right. But if we're in that environment, then why isn't it showing up here? Yeah, that's a little strange. So I don't understand why that's not actually working. Little odd. What about version? Does that update the version of the actual thing here? No. Dude. Okay, so, like, I mean, maybe I'm just crazy here, but it seems like it's still missing a lot. Like, in poetry, you can just update your Python version. Tool, run and install commands provided by Python packages. Okay, yeah, like, I get how you do the script, but, like, what if you want to just add dependencies to the project? Update project's environment, which I thought I did. Lock, export. Build, publish. It's so weird. Yeah, it's really strange. Okay, so eesh. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really seem complete in that sense. I think it's not even officially at version 1 yet, technically, so maybe it's just not done and they're adding some of these things. But currently, I mean, like, even here, scripts, activate, blah, 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 Python, all of that jazz. Okay, like, I kind of get it, but I don't see say hi here yet, and poetry would have picked that up like it's nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Well, that doesn't make sense though, because UV run main.py, and that works. Why does it say install 10 packages? Alright, I couldn't really say what's wrong with this thing, but like, are there some commands I'm missing? UV, venv, no project, seed, allow existing, prompt, system site packages, locatable index strategy. And refresh. Oops. Oops, UV sync. Okay, but installed it where? Then, or UV. Yeah, like, what the hell? That's still... Okay, so maybe I'm wrong, but while it is faster, it does still seem like it's missing something. If you can, if you can see this and maybe you know why, then you can let me know in the comments. But yeah, that might require some more research, or it's just not a part of UV yet. So maybe that's just that. So okay, not a super amazing experience, but it is a start. Well, I guess that's it for this video, so thank you for watching. I hope you at least saw some limitations currently of UV, and I hope that they improve in the future. Until then, my name is Zach Plochet, and I make a bunch of videos on coding, Python, software-related stuff. And yep, that's it. So, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Beep!